Hi, I'm Kristen Gauthier with Rise and Thrive Yoga, and I have a short hip opener flow for you this morning. So let's start our practice by grounding down and really focusing on what we're doing. So let's close our eyes or find our downward gaze, sitting up tall, grounding down into our mat, and just taking a few slow, deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Really feeling the mat beneath you, letting go of the day thus far, and focusing on our breath and the movement ahead of us. If you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice today. Let's take one more deep breath together, in through our nose and out through our mouth. You can open your eyes. So we're going to start today in child's pose, so a little bit different than how we normally start. So we're going to start on our hands and our knees in tabletop. All right, and then bringing knees wide or knees together if that's what you prefer. Big toes together, and then just sliding your hips back over your heels, letting your fingers go forwards, spreading your palms, spreading your fingers, starting to gently grip them out with your fingertips. Let your shoulders fall down and back, really pressing those hips back over your heels, relaxing your forehead towards the mat. Option to grab a block here to set right below your forehead if you'd like, resting it there. And just begin by taking a few deep breaths here, really feeling the hips open up wide, both the inner and outer hips. Just relax into the pose for one more deep breath. Awesome. Now we're going to stay in child's pose, bringing your right palm on top of your left hand. Opening up through that right side body. And again, just focusing on slow, deep breaths. Really focusing on extending that exhale here. Softening through the side body. One more deep breath here. And then moving over to the other side. So bringing that right hand back over the right side. Bringing that left palm on top of that right hand. Opening up through that left side body. Taking a few deep breaths here. Really focusing on the sound of your breath. And coming back to center. And then coming back up to tabletop pose. Awesome. So our wrists are stacked underneath shoulders, fingertips wide, pressing the fingertips into the mat, flattening out the back, engaging your core, bringing belly button towards spine. Knees are stacked under your hips and gaze is down in between your hands. All right, so from here, we're going to do a child's pose table flow. So we're going to take a deep breath in here for a count of 4. And then as we exhale, we're going to exhale for a count of 8, slowly pushing our way back to child's pose. So our knees still stay the same as in tabletop and just going straight back. And then once you get to count down to 8, we're going to inhale again for 4. So coming back up for 4. And then exhaling for 8. Nice, slow, conscious movement here. Keeping your gaze down. Neck is soft. I'm just going to do this a couple times. So do it at your own pace. Inhaling back up to tabletop for 4. Exhaling back to child's pose for count of 8. Wherever you are, let's do one more cycle. Awesome. All right, pulling yourself back up to tabletop, and then we're going to make our way to our backs. So get there in whatever way is most comfortable for you. The sun's coming out here. All right, so we're going to lay on our backs, arms by our side, knees facing the ceiling or the sky if you happen to be outside right now. So feet are pressing into the mat, pressing your lower back into the mat very gently to protect your lower back. Then we're going to slowly lift up our right foot. We're heading into reverse pigeon, so bringing that right ankle over the left thigh. And then option to stay here, really pressing that right knee open. So you're working through this inner hip right here. So you can either stay right here if that feels awesome, or if you want a little bit deeper stretch, you can lift up the left foot and grab behind your left thigh and hang out here. Really drop your shoulders down and back. You don't need to pull it super close to you. Everyone's range of motion is a little bit different. You can flex your feet for a little added stretch. And just staring up towards the ceiling or the sky, take a few slow, deep breaths here. Put a smile on your face and just focus on your breath. And one more deep breath here. And blow it out. Release your hands, release both feet back down to the mat. Great. Now we're going to go to the other side. So just pressing your right foot gently into the mat, lifting that left foot up, crossing it over your right leg. Option to stay here or grab behind that right thigh, pulling it gently towards you. Again, checking in with your lower back, just pressing it lightly into the mat. Let your shoulders fall down towards the mat. And take some slow, deep breaths here. And slowly release those right hands, both hands from your right thigh. Dropping both feet back down onto the mat. And we're going to end with a bridge pose. So again, starting right back where we were for reverse pigeon, hands by our side. We're going to walk the heels a little bit closer to our bum. And then we're going to press through our hands, press through our feet, nice and evenly. And inhale, lifting our hips up towards the sky. Nice and slow, inhaling slowly up. And then exhaling slowly down. So you really want to think about lifting up vertebrae by vertebrae. So you're starting with your lower spine, inhaling up, rolling through your mid back to your upper back, really pressing into those feet, and then exhaling everything down. So now starting with your upper back, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering everything down with really good control. And then one more up, inhale everything up, nice and slow. And exhale everything in reverse, slowly down. Awesome. And let's add one more thing, and let's do a happy baby. So lift your feet up off the mat. So this may be the happy baby that feels good for you today. So just bringing your knees a little bit apart, grabbing right below your knees. You don't want to put any pressure on your joints. So put it right at the top of your shins, pulling your knees gently towards your chest. So this is option one, lightly pressing your back into the mat. Option two is to take your peace fingers, put them in between your big toe and your second toe. And then gently, again, pulling your knees towards you. So your knees are spreading wide out to the side. You can even, if you're here, you can even stick your elbows right into your knee creases and just push them out to the side a little bit. And you can rock back and forth. So this is called happy babies, because sometimes you see babies doing something similar to this. So you can rock back and forth, massaging your lower back. Sometimes that can feel good. You can do circles, or you can just hang out. You might be feeling a little bit of a stretch or a lot of stretch. Just take a few slow, deep breaths. And then you can release your fingers or release your hands. And then we're just going to come back into a supine butterfly to end our class today. So bringing both feet, bottoms of your feet together, knees out to the side to open up. If you have blocks, you can stick them underneath each of your knees to provide some support, or just let them fall open. You can put your hands on your belly or off to your side. And I just want you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just take a few slow, deep breaths here to end our practice. Thanking our bodies for this gentle movement today. You can open your eyes and meet me back in a seated position like we started class. So in a nice easy pose. And you can bring your hands to heart center if you'd like. Thank you for practicing with me today. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe.